Hi friends, welcome to the platform. Let's continue our initiative. We have already seen what are the various reasons for farm suicides in India or what are the constraints of agriculture in India. Now let's start our discussion how to double the farmer's income. Look students, we have already seen how we have increased production in India, that is called the green revolution, production of the especially cereals. So till now the focus was primarily on the production production centric approach in the agriculture, but now first time government has moved towards a farm centric approach. In this way government is focusing not on increasing the production, but they are focusing on increasing the farmers income. Why? What is the need to increase the farmers income? In order to generate the points, we can go for various methods. One method is a stakeholder approach to generate the points. What is the need to increase the farmer's income or doubling of the farmer's income? So from the farmer's perspective, already his income is very less. It is 10,000 per month. So it is the duty of the government or it is a necessity to increase his income. When the farmer's income is increased, whatever the money that he has, it will go for the investment. How? Okay, investment will increase because this less amount of money, this 10,000 per month, it is actually going for the only for the consumption purposes. If you get more money, that additional money can go for the investment purposes. Okay. So then it is also government's responsibility under the DPSP to decrease the poverty. Then there is also need for the social justice to do the fair treatment for every sector of the society, and there is also need for inclusive development of the society. Inclusive development means development of the every section of the society, every sector of the economy, including everyone in the development. It's called the inclusive development. So for that, focusing on the agriculture is very important. Then rural development can also happen with the development of the agriculture. If this rural development will happen, what happens is rural to urban migration will decrease. This rural to urban migration decrease will also improve the scope in the urban areas. Mind you students, development of the rural and urban areas are integrated because rural area act as a market for the urban materials, and same way a rural area will also give the raw materials for the urban areas, and there is actually continuum of development between the rural and the urban areas. There is no such kind of dissected development in the rural and urban areas. Both the developments are integrated. And then to attract the youth, if the incomes are very good, youth will be attracted. As a result, as a new energy is attracted, innovations can also be improved. So these are some points. In the same way, you can also generate the points using the syllabus for the ecology perspective, from the economy perspective, from the society perspective. So use those points to generate more and more dimensions. Then fine, it is very good. Why we have to increase the farmers income, that is clear. Now how to increase the farmers income? Farmers income can be increased by various ways, but instead of writing our own ways, go by the committees. Government has already gone for appointment of various committees, and they have given very good recommendations. Like say the major such committee, important such committee is the Ashok Dalwai committee. Okay, it has given certain recommendations like improvement in the crop productivity, improvement, they said he has given these kind of suggestions: improve the livestock productivity, decrease the cost of production. How to decrease the cost of production? We have already seen the cost of production or input cost is increasing because of various activities like say fertilizers, power sector, seeds. All these are increasing the cost of production, so focus on them by decreasing the cost of production. Then increase the crop intensity. How to increase the crop intensity? In the previous session we have seen what are the three major factors that determine the agriculture or agrarian constraints. So focus on the same thing to increase the cropping intensity. So the more times you put your land to use is called the cropping intensity, simply putting it in the words. Diversification towards the high value crops. I have already told you, the cereals, the return from cereals is less compared to the returns on the horticulture. The amount of income the farmer can receive by going for the horticulture production is higher compared to the cereals. So we should try to increase the those kind of crops which are higher on the returns. So diversification of the crops towards the high value crops. Then improvement in the real prices. How to improve the real prices? By doing the market reforms, APMC reforms. Then shift from farm to the non-farm occupations like say MSME, secondary sector, tertiary sector, development of all these sectors. How to improve the crop productivity? Then we see here. Okay, the strategies are given here. So crop productivity can be affected by the same factors. Generally, they are using different kinds of terminologies, but the reasons are same. The crop productivity or intensity is the or returns outcomes, everything is affected by various factors. Like say logistics is one such factor, where transport cost, warehouse cost, all these things are affecting your input cost or outcome of the agriculture. So focus on this agriculture logistic. Then agriculture value system. You have agriculture development, like I have told you, the rural and urban areas are integratedly developed. So develop the entire supply chain of the agriculture. Do not do the fragmentation in the supply chain. So develop the district, state and nation entire supply chain properly. Development will bring the forward and backward linkages, and development will also happen very well. Then market based reforms. Simply market based reform means APMC reforms they are talking about, because currently farmer can sell only in those markets where he is expected to sell in a restricted regulated mandis. A farmer cannot sell everywhere wherever he want all over India. That is not possible. So that is causing huge problem to the farmer. Okay, so that should be focused well. Okay, that is called the reforms in the APMC. Okay, then hub and spoke approach. Hub and spoke approach means, in this way there is a kind of hub, and these are the spokes in this diagram. From the spokes the raw material is flowing towards a hub. Hub is the center. Okay, the diagram which you actually use. So raw material, that means simply let's assume that let's take the example of the milk revolution, where the raw material, that is milk, is coming towards a hub from the various spokes. Spokes means rural areas, rural 1 or 2 or 3. So from different areas it is coming to the hub. What is happening in the hub? Processing will happen, different storage facilities will be there, different kinds of value addition will happen in this. Okay, so like example is development of the sweets, development of chocolates, ice creams, all these things are happening in the hub. So with this, farmer is getting the better remunerative prices, and also this using this product at the hub, uh, different manufacturers or different players can get the different price, different level of products by using this processing technologies. And then one more important factor is sustainable agriculture, conservation agriculture. This is the only area that is not asked till now. All the areas: climate smart agriculture, integrated farming, watershed management or watershed development, organic farming, all areas the questions have been asked. So this needs to be focused well, conservation agriculture. So please google and know a little bit more about the conservation agriculture. However, we will also see as we go on, I'll try to add more and more topics. All the topics will be covered. Okay. Then efficient input management. Whatever the input you will apply, be it fertilizers, be it pesticides, be it seeds, that should be properly applied. That is called the efficient input management. Enhance the production through productivity. Now, what is this? Okay. Let's take the example. There is a farmer A and there is a farmer B. Both of them are producing 1 kg of wheat. Okay, both of them are producing 1 kg of the wheat, but this A is producing 1 kg of the wheat at the high input cost, like say a high amount of fertilizers, high amount of subsidies, irrigation, manpower. But this B is using minimal resources to generate the 1 kg of the wheat. So productivity is greater for the B, though actually output is same, but productivity is high. So there should be focus on the productivity. That means with less resource more outcome should happen. Then focus more on the non-farm activities. Then focus on the agriculture risk assessment. Like say your IMD is telling this is a drought here, there can be possibility of the drought, or there can be a normal monsoon. So that is called the risk assessment. Based on the risk availability, the farmer will plan his agriculture cropping pattern. Then R&D facilities, and those R&D facilities should be extended to the farmer. And governance mechanism means collection of the data, various schemes allow delivery to the farmers, digital connectivity to the farmers. All those things comes under the governance. So these are the various strategies given by the Ashok Dalwai committee. Okay, to increase the double the farmers income. One more point I wanted to say is, in the doubling of the farmers income, Ashok Dalwai committee said currently the farmer is receiving 60% of the income from the agriculture and 40% through the wages. He said we should try to increase this agriculture income to the 70% and wages income to the 30%. That would be much more sustainable. Then what does Niti Ayog said? Niti Ayog said modernize the agriculture. How to modernize the agriculture? Go generate the high yielding variety seeds. These seeds only, right, that has led to the green revolution. Controlled climatic conditions. Because of this controlled climatic condition, Andhra Pradesh is the first, standing first in the horticulture production. What does this means? Okay, means that means you are providing better irrigation facilities, better environment facilities, better soil facilities. You are providing such kind of environment that is suitable for that particular type of the crop. Okay, that is called the controlled environment condition or controlled climatic condition. Mechanization of the agriculture. Then one more thing called land reforms. Currently land is fragmented, so you go for the land reforms, like say consolidation of the land. For this consolidation of the land, the fragmentation of the land problem can be addressed. For the consolidation of the land, now you need to have proper land records, so digitalization of the land records is needed. Cooperative farming is needed. So, and also land bank, land pooling is needed. So that is all these things comes under the land reforms. Then resource efficiency. What are the resources that are there that should be properly efficiently utilized? Agriculture diversification. Instead of going for the monocropping, go for the diversification of the crop. Like say there is a famous diversification called banana plus coffee. This coffee need a kind of good amount of water availability, and this is a drought tolerant, and but this also gives the shade to the coffee, so both can support each other. In the same way, you can also go for the pulses production along with the rice. This pulse production will also add more amount of nutrition to the soil, so that is called the diversification. So in this, because of the diversification, the output from the of the one crop or else residue waste matter of the one crop can also be added as a input for the other crop. That is also called as a integrated farming. Okay, so agriculture diversification. Then value chain development, the same thing which we have discussed about the supply chain development. Price realization, that means market reforms. Same thing, same committee has said, which Ashok Dalwai committee has said, the same thing was repeated by the Niti Ayog in different formats. Okay, so what are the measures that we have taken so far? So for the credit, we have Kisan Credit Card, Agriculture Infrastructure Fund, where 1 lakh crore has been established by the government. Through the 1 lakh crore is being distributed to the farmer to especially develop the supply chain. Okay, because of this thing, supply chain, currently what is happening is government is focusing more on the revenue expenditure. We have already seen this in the previous session. So this, through this thing, government is trying to focus on the capital expenditure. This will decrease the cost of production, and it also increase the revenues of the farmer. Going for the sustainable agriculture, government is focusing on the organic farming, zero budget natural farming, Parampragat Krishi Vikas Yojana, Mission Organic Value Chain Development, various schemes. So whatever the schemes that you know, you bring it here. Okay, for the insurance or else for the sustainable agriculture, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Under this, watershed development government is doing. Micro irrigation, per drop more crop. Then insurance facilities under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Then market facilities is being reformed through focus on the rural Grameen markets. Then for government has also introduced recently market reforms, but since agriculture is a state subject, that were those three laws, those farm laws were withdrawn. So government also already have come up with the model act, where state governments are expected to reform their agriculture based on this model act. What is this marketing issue? I think I've already discussed this thing on other YouTube channel. I've already shared it on my Telegram channel. Please, you can go through this marketing issues, marketing problems, and everything. Then to provide the income security to the farmer, we already have the PM Kisan scheme. MSP reforms we have under the PM Asha scheme. There is also called Pradhan Mantri PM 7-point action plan for doubling of the farmer's income. Under this 7-point action plan, government is focusing on improvement of the quality of the seeds. We have seen how the quality of the seeds play a role. 20 to 25% of the agriculture production comes from the because of the seeds. That's why focusing on the quality of the seeds is very much important. Then focusing on the food processing industry. This food processing sector is the new sunrise sector. This not only provides a good revenue, good returns to the farmer, but also it also provides a nutritional security to the people. It also helps us for the employment generation. Then development of the ancillary activities, like say fishing, milking activities, beekeeping, these things. Crop insurance, irrigation facilities, warehouse, cold chain facilities, and development of the markets, like say Enam. So friends, I have tried to discuss the topic of agriculture in a holistic manner. You must have got very good understanding on the agriculture to write even an essay. So the content is huge enough here, so you can use this content anywhere depending upon the requirement and need. Just use wherever it is required. Okay, hope you have enjoyed the session. Thank you. Please share this channel with your friends. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.